Hello, my name is Genevieve Barrett. I am a third-year student studying for a Bachelor's in Wildlife Conservation and Ecology at University Centre Sparsholt. First, I'd like to say a huge thank you to NBN Conference for inviting University Centre Sparsholt and giving me this amazing opportunity to share my work with you all. Following the First World War and the intensification of farming, our landscape has seen drastic changes. Declining farmland biodiversity is a major threat. Plants, insects, and birds have all declined in Britain's farmland at the community and landscape level. In fact, the Breeding Farmland Bird Index shows that there was a decline of more than 50% between 1970 and 2018 of farmland specialist bird species. This includes Yellowhammer, which fell by 54% between 1970 and 1998. Trying to change slides, sorry. Right, okay. Living in the South Downs National Park, I'm surrounded by farms, hedgerows, and Yellowhammer. They are such a charismatic bird, a sound of summer, that fill me with joy and remind me of home. A study by Bradbury et al. In 2000 found that Yellowhammer territories were heavily associated with hedgerows and grassy margins surrounding agricultural fields. So this got me thinking, which hedgerows could be more desirable, and could this influence the breeding populations of Yellowhammer? So here are my research questions. So basically what I would like to find out is whether the number of hedgerow species, so that's including woody species and ground flora species, or the management used influences the choices made by Yellowhammer when choosing a breeding site. So here are my methods. I was put in contact with Debbie Miller from the Selborne Landscape Partnership and designed a questionnaire which was then sent out to farms within the partnership. This was basically to assess what hedgerow management was being undertaken on these farms, and from that 10 30-metre sections of hedgerows were chosen for further survey, each with varying hedgerow species, age and management. A further site was also surveyed. This site used to be a hedgerow but has since grown out over 30 years. I included this in the study as a comparison, basically just to bring up in the discussion at the end. So each of the study sites also had a field margin. I used DEFRA's Hedgerow Survey Handbook and utilised some of the relevant sections of a hedgerow condition assessment. This was done in early May. And then from late May until the end of August, I walked each of my 30-metre sections once a week, every other week, for a total of 8 visits per section. Each of these sessions started 15 minutes before sunrise on the survey days. So being the height of summer, no lions for me. So now I have my initial raw data from the surveys. I recorded hedgerow features and all of the Yellowhammer presence, absence and abundance, and also the BTO breeding codes for any Yellowhammers that I saw on the hedgerows. So on the screen now I have some of my data, and we can see that there are 2 hedgerows which were clear favourites, CF1 and MA2, with 6 out of the 8 weeks Yellowhammer presence recorded. I must stress that I am yet to perform statistical analysis on this data. However, from observations only, something I have noticed is the more popular hedgerows that the more popular hedgerows also have the highest number of ground flora species. So I've done a little thing here where you can see where that's highlighted. So whether this is significant, we shall have to wait and see. The next steps for this project is the statistical analysis and completing my dissertation. This will then be submitted to the university for grading. It has also been suggested that pending appropriate results, a document could potentially be produced for farmers to educate on hedgerow management for farmland birds. I hope that I'll be able to continue my work in this area when I go on to do a master's in the coming years and help to provide meaningful research towards understanding farmland birds and biodiversity. Thank you for listening to my talk. I look forward to completing my project and sharing it with anybody who would like to hear more once it's completed. I also have a very quick thank you slide for everyone who has helped me so far with this project, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it develops. Thank you very much.